with Eddie and with Eddie and Vinny in the morning, where we talk ride sharing and we do some day trading to find a way out of ride sharing because we don't like doing this anymore. Good morning. Hold on, let me get my mic. My mic here, the one that's better than Vinny's mic.
Sure.
Good morning. I was wondering how everybody's weekend was. I know Vinny knows how good my weekend was.
Beast mode.
Beast mode. Dude. Hey, do the bell. Do the bell. Hold on. The market is open. All right.
You hear my bell? Did you hear my bell?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Just want to make sure you heard my bell, bro.
I'm going to share my screen right here because in this screen, I'm going to be playing some news also. By the way, I'm looking at SPY right here. There's this little level that I have over here that if it gets to here, I might take a nice little short on SPY.
I want to see what the markets are like this morning. I hadn't even fired up my other computer.
Now, news 5 at 22. So we have news at we see 8:30 news, which bad was President James Bullard, talks. Then we have 11 a.m. news and 11:05. Yep, everybody's just talking. Everybody is just talking.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of talking. Lyft. Oh man, did it break down? Did it? Did it drop? All-time low.
Lyft? Oh,
yeah. Lyft just went into an all-time low, bro. It's not good.
Look at this.
Not good. I sent a text to Sergio. Would Lyft break their all-time low? And yep, they just did. That is their all-time low, y'all. Not good, man. Not good. Not good.
So, by the way, there is nothing. Am I right, Sergio? Where are you, Sergio? There is nothing stopping this from falling as far as it can.
Listen,
How the hell do you trade this?
Uber's worst nightmare is going to be now. I have no idea if this will happen, but Uber's worst nightmare is going to be when Tesla is bought, when Tesla buys Lyft.
Look at this. So usually, I will look at a chart like if it was going up, I will look for if it's coming back down, I'll look for something where to buy from, something like some kind of support. But there is nothing. There is nothing.
You're at a bottom, dude. What do you know? All right. Oh, hold on. God damn it. Missed that freaking. I can't lie, Eddie. This morning I've been lazy, dude. I've been really, really lazy this morning. So
I didn't go out this morning. I worked very, very hard this weekend. I gave my all. I applied my strategies, my $5 ebook strategy. I applied it. I had to. All right. And actually everything worked out. It worked out. I'm not complaining at all. By the way,
well, I
have a put option here for a month from now on IEP.
Buddy, I made some money this weekend too, bro. But I did mine in 3 rides.
I know.
We don't want to acknowledge the money I made this weekend.
Well, you didn't send me how much money you made. I sent you how much money I made.
Oh, I sent you a picture.
No, you didn't send me anything. Hold on, let me see. No, that's me. That's me. That's me. That's me. Oh, you sent me a little graph. Yeah, that's what you sent me.
We're not going to talk about how much, because you got to take what I sent you and split it in half.
No. You didn't send me anything. That's just it's me. It's me. It's all my pictures.
Really, Eddie? Really?
Yeah. You didn't see I don't got anything
Really?
from you.
You sure about that?
You said let's go. And
All
before
right.
that, that's me showing you my
Good morning.
quest.
Good morning, Kevin. How
That's
you doing,
me.
buddy?
Yeah.
I didn't send you a picture on Saturday.
Nope. The only picture you saw me was the little piece of paper, basically stating how you were gonna establish your LLC.
Oh no, you got to go back before that. That was yesterday.
No, that's me. That's also me.
Okay. All right. Okay.
That's just the check. That's
Okay.
you
Yeah.
saying lower
Yeah.
your ego levels every time you experience a winning streak. Yeah,
No, no,
that's
you just
me.
passed it.
No, no, no. I'm telling you, you didn't send me doodoo. You saw caca. You sent me caca.
I sent you caca.
Okay,
Okay. All
that's
right.
right.
I'll leave it at that. I'll leave
You
it at
better.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a good weekend. I had 2 private clients, and then I did one Lyft ride yesterday for the weekend. That was it. That's all I did.
That was
3
it.
rides. Yeah, that was it. I did 3 rides for the weekend. 2 privates and and 1 Lyft ride. The one Lyft
Well,
ride was it was a scheduled $80 XL, and then the guy tipped out $30 cash. That was 110. And then I did another 780 on the 2 privates. It was a good weekend.
Friday was like, damn it, how much did I do Friday? I don't know. I haven't even finished it to do it. I was so tired yesterday that I couldn't finish the video. I fell asleep. I fell asleep editing. I came home, cooked, prepped, did everything that I needed to do, but I was just tired. I was tired. I was like, okay, I gotta go to bed.
Bro,
And I still didn't go to bed till about 11:30, and I was home at about 10.
bro, you
Was it
went beast
10?
mode over the weekend. What'd you expect?
Yeah. I
Bro,
just kept working.
when you're turning that video loose today, right?
Yeah, correct.
Now
Oh, correct.
imagine, imagine during the week wasn't all that spectacular, but your Friday, Saturday, Sunday was just absolutely off the chain. It was fantastic.
Yeah, it was because of again, it was because of the quest. But
Hmm.
for me to be able to get the quest, I had to go back down to my X rides and stuff. So everything kind of like
I'd be
what
curious
it,
if I'd be curious if you actually work the numbers. I mean, I know for you, Eddie. I know for you, everything's based on overall.
correct.
No, you're not concerned how you get there. You're just concerned about getting there because your goals are a little bit different than most people. Right?
Yes, a
You
lot.
you
I'm
have to
telling you.
make X amount of dollars regardless of what it takes, which I
Correct.
think
Or
is
else, yeah.
right. It's admirable. It's respectable. And it sounds like it's a good plan. And then I just watched Jeff's video this morning. Uber Jeep AZ. If y'all don't know, go check out Uber Jeep AZ. I just watched Jeff's video. He made money this weekend, but he went through a hell of a lot there trying to get there. Good morning, Red. Good morning, Gig Wars official. How we doing today? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Kevin. How you doing?
Good morning, guys and gals.
Some people in the chat. Hey, what's going on? So, Eddie, before we get into, well, first of all, because the number I saw, that's solid, bro. That's solid. That's a solid week.
Oh,
That's a solid.
I can't. By the way, when I'm telling you I pulled this off, I pulled this off. This is my first $2,000 week, not working as much as I did with the Tesla.
Well, I'm so
So
glad you mentioned that because we're going to get into that today too. I want to get into that a little bit today. All right. So what's this news you got? I'm sitting here watching, just like I got Tesla dialed up. I got a couple of I got I got a call dialed up, a 190 call right now. Currently, Tesla's sitting at 183.07. Had a nice pop this morning, but I want to see what happens off after this pop. So, what news you got for us,
All
Austin?
right. So, as of news, I just found this nice little article: Rideshare workers protection bill awaits walls. Okay. All right. So the bill, it says the bill that establishes a minimum compensation for trips on rideshare apps and forces companies to either provide evidence of a wrongdoing for drivers deactivation or give them a chance to be reinstated has passed the Minnesota legislature. All right. Now, again, this is in Minnesota, but if it goes good, hopefully other states apply to theirs. It says performance says to ensure the workers are adequate paid for their work. It provides more transparency when companies move to drop them from their app. However, Uber, Lyft have warned the legislation could double fares and result in the companies leaving Minnesota. What really? Companies leaving Minnesota entirely. Okay, now under the bill, drivers must be paid at least $1.45 per mile and 34 cents per minute for any trip that starts in the seven county metro area. The per mile rate is $1.25 outside of the metro. Those rates are subject to increase based on inflation. I don't know about you, but I actually like that.
So, so that I understand, this is going to be a statewide bill.
No, this is Minnesota. This
Minnesota's
is
a
happening.
state, Eddie.
What?
Minnesota is a state.
No. I know that, but it's happening there. So it'd be
That's
nice if
what
it happened there, then
mm-hmm.
hopefully everybody else gets it too.
I like what I read. More so, I like the driver will get 80% of the cancellation fee, and the $5 minimum per trip. I mean, I don't know who introduced this bill. I'm wondering how much support the bill has, and I mean, $1.45 a mile, 34 cents per minute.
I just think that it also depends on the market. Like my market is
At the end
different
of
than
the
everybody
day,
else's market, so you can't really ask too much of a neighborhood if they don't like
if they don't have it,
if they don't have it,
yeah,
correct?
right. But
You
that
know,
goes back to, but Eddie, that goes back to Uber and Lyft is still a luxury service. It is not a public requirement.
80% of the cancellation. Would you believe this? Oh, hold on, I'm getting ready for this spike.
All right,
80%, 80% of the cancellation. Um, I don't know. It sounds. I like it. I like it. That'd be a nice rate for here. Those would be, because they've been given a lot of under $1 per mile here when it comes to just regular X.
well, you got to understand $1.45 a mile and 34 cents a minute. It's going to put you at about $1.70 mile minute combo. So now, what's the rider going to pay? The woman that's got to get to work. I'm not advocating against or for. In a perfect world, $1.45 a mile, 34 cents a minute. Somebody can make some money off that. But how many people are going to actually be able to use the service then?
Correct. I'm assuming that's going to be, I mean, if it does something like this happen, it's going to be like state by state.
It's always going to be state by state.
Because I know in California, it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot different. I'm assuming $1.45 per mile.
Did you not see Uber and Lyft to pay out millions to Uber Eats, DoorDash drivers?
Because of pull up those news.
It's all the back pay. Here, pull it up. Look it up. Go look it up.
What's it called?
Uber to back pay. I think Uber and DoorDash back pay compensation for Prop 22, something to that effect. Apparently, they weren't getting paid what they were supposed to. But I don't. God, it's so hard for me to get into Prop 22 because Prop 22 is propping drivers up. Like, why not just charge the appropriate cost to the ride and pay the driver? Why do you got to prop them up? I don't understand it. To me, it doesn't make sense.
Oh wow, they're facing 40. Is this it?
Oh, no,
40.
scroll down. Scroll down. Nope, those are old times. Maybe it's not on there. But let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can pull it up. I'm telling you, I was lazy this morning, brother. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm pretty lazy. So DoorDash, an update to your mileage pay in California. When you dash in Cali, you're eligible to enjoy guaranteed minimum earnings under Prop 22. Guaranteed minimum earnings are calculated based on your active time. This is for delivery drivers. Anyway, they're going to back pay. They're going to back pay delivery drivers X amount of dollars, which I guess they owe them. I don't know. There's no real story on it, but I know a lot of people are getting they're getting a thing from Uber telling them, hey, you're on the verge of becoming an employee and losing your IC status. You know, that's their way of trying to threaten or Jedi mind trick drivers. I don't know, bro. I'm lazy today. So when this bill you got up here on the screen?
Well,
when does this push through?
This bills. Let me see. They have. I don't think they have passed it yet. They have brought it up.
No, it's a bill. The bill also gives drivers recourse in the event of deactivation, meaning they're cut
Correct.
off. Companies will be required to outline the circumstances under which the driver could be deactivated. Companies will have to provide a written explanation of the infraction. Drivers will also have the right to appeal their
Here we go. Minnesota House Lawmakers passed the legislation on Friday, and the Senate followed suit on Sunday.
Oh, wow. So now it's up to the governor. Wow. Okay.
So I guess it's on a stalemate.
All right, Red. Hey, good luck in your war. Sorry,
See
we're reading our news right now. I'll check in on you a little later on. Oh man, I'm missing this damn play again. That's okay. It's only 9:47. I need to see it. I need to see. This is a second leg up here.
I'm looking at by the way, since Lyft did that drop right there, I'm trying to get in here on Lyft, but I'm trying to do it on my long-term app. By the way, I need to talk to you after this about my put option on IEP.
What about it?
I did something wrong because it's a month out, but I'm still negative on my put option, which I don't understand why.
Yeah, we'll look at it. We'll look at it. What else is going on in the news?
Oh well, I had to bring up this news because a law passed in Texas. So the whole order stipulates no what it was. They passed a law so because this. I think it's already happening where when they get a phone, they give them like Uber or Lyft app where they can actually get a ride, and it is I think it's a 5-year minimum if you get caught transporting an illegal.
So the phones, I guess the government is giving people already have Uber and Lyft downloaded on the app on the phone.
I don't know, but all I know is that this has happened to me a couple of times, and I know I know the bus. I know the bus because I see the bus on the news because that's the bus that they used to transport and then drop them off at a particular spot that I know of
Right.
in Austin, Texas. Okay, and then they sit there and they have to wait for their family member to come pick them up. Again, I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big fan. But when you pick them up, it makes me like liable. Like, dude, I don't want to go to jail for 5 years.
So the
Um,
question becomes, Eddie, the phones that are being given, by the way, triple Qs are on a 52-week high. Uber just snapped a 52-week high. If the phones that are being given to the folks crossing the border, if Uber and or Lyft are on those phones and there's a ride credit on those phones, okay, on those apps, I don't know if they are or if they're not, but if they are on those phones and there is a ride credit on those phones for people to call an Uber or call a Lyft, do you realize how much the apps are putting the drivers in a bad position?
Not only that, well, that's what I'm saying. That what could be happening. Another thing that could be happening is somebody else could be calling them an Uber. You know,
Even more so.
uh,
Even more so. What to me, it's like, bro, like your ass could go to jail, right? And nobody would give a flying hoop about it. Not the government, not the federal government, not the state and local governments, not the apps, and not the people you picked up. They're going to go free, but your ass is going to jail.
look at this. Well, this is according to Bing, passed a law that makes it a state crime to transport illegal migrants. The Penal Code considers the smuggling of a persons and or as a felony and defines it in a three different ways. First is when you use a vehicle to transport a person into another country illegally, and also use that vehicle to hide the person from government authorities. Texas citizens who knowingly and willfully harbor, transport, or hire undocumented immigrants can face several penalties ranging from 5 years to life in prison if convicted. Okay, now, of course, there are some little details in there, but the, I read the whole entire thing, but the only thing that catches my mind right now is 5 years to life in prison if convicted. If convicted, I guess, innocent to proven guilty. But as everything is going right now, you're guilty until proven innocent.
Well, that's the world we live in. Like I said, out of that whole statement you just read, if the apps and or the federal government and or the state government put the driver in a position where he don't know, we're not required to ask for legal status
Documentation, of course.
before you get in the car.
Our job is to pick up, drop off, and then that's it. Pick up, drop off, and then that's it.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I say it all the time, Eddie. Kings and peasants. We are the peasants. We are just numbers.
And now
Listen,
the
if I
fentanyl
were a
one.
driver, if I were a driver, I wouldn't go anywhere near that border at all. I don't give a damn what side of the argument you're on. I wouldn't go anywhere near that border at all. Not to mention, you don't know who's getting in your car. You thought you didn't know who was getting in your car when you go to the bar on Saturday night to pick up the guy. Now you really got no idea who's getting in the car.
Yeah, it is
Because
just like
they've got like 80 plus people over the last couple of months. 80 plus people on the global terror watch list have been caught at the border.
so. And then, well, and drivers are also concerned about their safety. I was like,
Well,
hey,
I'm just saying.
yeah,
That's what I'm
and then
saying,
I
though.
get nervous too. I was like, well, what do I do? Like, if I don't If I say no because it's suspicious, then my app gets
And you're
shut down.
erased. Yeah, you're
Correct.
erased.
So, but then if you accept the call, then you're on the contract, but you took the contract.
That's a real question that probably only Sergio could find out the real answer to, unless you know somebody coming across and they get one of the government phones to see if Uber and or Lyft are on that
Yeah.
phone, and if there's a ride credit. Because if there were, y'all thought Budweiser had a boycott. Y'all thought Miller Lite had a boycott. If Uber and Lyft are knowingly allowing those folks coming across the border, I'm choosing my words specific here, Eddie, so we
Yeah,
don't
correct. Because
we don't
they
get
have to
whacked
get
on
they have to
YouTube.
get busted, doing it. I'm not
No.
saying that they are.
Listen to what I'm saying. If they are knowingly doing that because they feel strongly against the border should be open, the backlash in this country would kill both. They would absolutely kill those companies. The boycott against Uber would be unlike anything you've ever seen.
So, and I know Lyft don't need nothing like that right now.
I hope they're not doing that.
But I
Knowingly
had to bring it up. I had to bring it up because I know sooner or later, a driver here in Texas is going to get caught right in the middle of it. It's going to get caught right in the middle of it, and then he's going to ask for help and be like, "Hey," I was like, I don't know. You know,
Just saying, dude.
oh, what's going on? What's going on here in the chat? Is everybody's just talking about how much money they made? The nice
No,
little
but
47.52
yeah,
cent.
I listen. I know you're not paying attention, so I got to take care of the. I got to take care of the. I got to take care of the
Hey,
chat.
commuter. Oh,
Could you
app rides
imagine
is
that, though, bro? Could
oh
you
yeah.
imagine that?
Just the consequences, dude. Just even all right. Even if, let's say, it was an innocent whatever, and nothing happens to you, but the process that you got to go through, you got no apps, you got no job, you got this court thing hanging above your head, all right, until you get let go of it, and now can you come back? Can you come back?
Oh, like I say, bro, it could be really really bad for drivers. It just can. It can be really really bad for drivers. So I don't know. I don't know. Oh, look at Thomas, man. Thomas had a big ride. We had Ed Sheeran here in Tampa on Saturday night. Made 120 with one ride. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And then app rides, Mr. 100% himself. First gig this morning, airport 23 minutes, 57:11. Sweet. That's good, man. There's still good rides out there.
Yeah, they are.
You just got to be patient enough to and willing to wait on them. You got to be willing to wait on them. So, Eddie, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Black Wolf is like Uber, but with drivers who carry guns. Oh, yeah, I know about that. There's a company out there right now that if it's called Black Wolf, if you want to hire, say you're doing a rideshare, you're hiring a limo driver or a rideshare guy, right? Rideshare company. The company Black Wolf, every driver is a licensed personal security. Every driver.
Oh, really?
Yeah, every driver. So if you're one of those guys that need, if you want to feel comfortable and you don't mind your driver license to carry a firearm in all cases of protection, you feel, for whatever reason, you can
Okay.
you can get a ride from these folks. I'm
Oh,
sure
well,
they pay a little more. I'm sure
I
they charge a little more, they pay a little more. So what
didn't know
happened?
that.
Oh yeah, Black Wolf, yeah. They've been around for a little bit. Somebody just sent me an article from Ford's magazine, but I've known about the company. I've known about the company. I mean, and that's cool if you want to put yourself in a situation where you absolutely have to protect your rider, but it ain't gonna be no goddamn per minute per mile job. Clients I had over the weekend, right? Clients I had on over the weekend were fully protected. No issue. I can't say I would do the same for an Uber or a Lyft ride. That's the issue there, you know. I don't know if I would do that.
Well, there are some things
No.
that I've been thinking about, man, and I just don't want to be involved with it. The consequences are just really out there. And okay, so maybe I'm reading the whole entire thing wrong because of course, maybe they might give. There are some exceptions out there, like if you don't know, because it does say that knowingly, you know, if you knowingly, but the headache that you got to deal with, okay, because it
Yeah.
actually happened. What do you do? Let alone you do it, you don't know, but then you find out that you did because the person that you actually transported committed a murder.
Well, here's the thing too with that, right? So years ago, there was a years ago there was a case down here, not too far from me, where an Uber driver picked up a passenger, a rider, out of Aventura Mall. If you're local to the area, you should know the story. He picked up the rider out of the mall. He was in a minivan. So he's leaving Aventura Mall, which is a pretty, it's a pretty, I wouldn't say it's a wealthy area, it's a well to do area. And as he's leaving the mall, he's got to take him from the mainland over to the beach side, right?
Uh huh.
And there's a causeway, William Lehman Causeway. He makes the turn east onto the causeway. And then all of a sudden, he gets forced over by another vehicle, forced over to the side of the road. Okay. He stops. The Uber driver stops. Out of the van in front of him, a guy jumps out from the driver's seat with two guns in his hand. And he starts coming towards his car. So the driver, who was licensed to carry in the state of Florida, pulls his firearm, shoots the guy dead. The other guy who was in the thieves' car
Uh huh.
took off. He left his buddy laying there in the freaking dead in the middle of the street.
Yeah, of course, like always.
Okay. In that scenario, turns out that those two thieves had been stalking that rider in the mall. And they followed him into the Uber and they were going to rob him.
What were they going to take?
Well, apparently the guy, he was in some jewelry shop or something, whatever.
Okay.
So now the driver, he don't know what's going on. He just sees somebody gets out in front of him with two guns. So he defends himself. He felt threatened. Would you call that driver a hero? Would you call that driver? Would you call that driver smart? Should he have not drew his firearm and defended himself?
Yeah, I think that's a smart little move.
We never heard anything else about the story, whether the driver was deactivated or not. Nobody knows. Nobody knows, Eddie.
Well, I'm going
because
to
in Uber's eyes, he broke terms of service.
Yep.
Even though the terms of service does not supersede state law. Terms of service cannot supersede federal law. Nobody ever heard from that guy again.
I bet you they deactivated him.
And if they did, shame on them.
I bet you they deactivated him because those are the terms of services. That's why I say, like, what you do in your car, I think that's your personal stuff,
It's crazy, bro. I'll never forget that. I was like, I wanted to meet the guy, I wanted to shake his hand, I wanted to, I let him know he did the right thing.
Yeah,
I'd
it'd be
rather
nice
be
to know
judged,
because sometimes they do like a GoFundMe and stuff.
bro. I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6.
Yeah, and I was gonna bring that up too. I was like, what do you
The hell with these apps when it comes to that.
What do you do when you come?
It's like you're not allowed to protect yourself no more. Oh no, get punched in the face and don't worry about it. And if you retaliate, you're racist.
Mm-hmm. But these are the things that I don't know. I do it. I think about it every day, especially when I'm picking people up under some very questionable neighborhoods. Um, Again, I like my Uber X and my regular Lyft rides, but the rides are just so cheap that the people that you pick up are very questionable.
Well,
You know.
that goes back to everybody expecting, Uber and Lyft to be a public service. And now the government wants to run the public service. See, Uber and Lyft are going to have their own issues soon with like this bill here in Minnesota,
Yeah.
right? So what's the chances? Well, you say this has already passed the House of Reps on the
Uh
state
huh.
level. It's already passed the state Senate. So all that's left to do with this now is to go to the governor, right? That's all that's left. Once the
Correct.
governor signs this bill, it's law.
Now, what
How-
they just basically they followed suit on Sunday, so I'm assuming that they can't do anything until the suit gets settled.
What suit?
It says Minnesota House Local passed the legislation on Friday, and the Senate followed suit on Sunday.
Meaning,
Right?
meaning the Senate also passed the legislation. There's no lawsuit here. But if this gets now, all it's got to be done is put on the governor's desk, and the governor's got to sign it, and it's law.
Hopefully, they have a good governor. Hopefully, they have a
If
good
if
governor.
he if he signs that, then you're liable to see other companies or other states follow suit in that pretty straightforward bill. That would be interesting. But just get ready, going to be a lot less rides. That's what people don't understand. There's going to be a lot less rides. And then how does that affect? Now maybe Uber and Lyft turn around and say, okay, all rides are $1.34 a mile and whatever it was, $1.25 a mile, 34 cents a minute, whatever it was. So that means it doesn't matter if you drive a Toyota Corolla, a Toyota Prius, or a Chevy Suburban or Escalade. All rides now are this is the price.
Oh, there's gonna be
Don't,
some
don't,
stuff, man.
don't think that
This
can't
is gonna
happen.
be some stuff. Yeah, well, there's been a lot of things that's been happening right now that are not supposed to. I mean, look at what the Lyft stock is at.
See, that's the thing they don't talk about in Seattle. Is there a Premier in Seattle? Are
I
they
don't
paid
know.
more? Are Seattle? Where's Sergio at when I need him? Damn it! Anyway, we got a nice retracement coming down.
It bounced back up Lyft after
Yeah, bro, that was pretty vicious, dude. I mean, that was pretty vicious. It dropped all the way down to 797. Looked like 797 was the low.
By the way, I'm not gonna be celebrating this, but I just took a put
Probably
right
could have
over
been
here.
short.
Just
Somebody's.
trying.
I'm sure there are some activist trading hedge funds that are shorting the hell out of Lyft right now. I wouldn't be surprised if Uber was shorting if Uber Investments was shorting Lyft stock. They all talk a good game, but they don't want Lyft to keep going. They want the monopoly. You know the famous saying, right? It's always better to ask. It's always better to apologize after the fact than it is to ask permission.
Oh, that's a nice little trade right there. I followed it down to my support level here. Let's see what happens. It could take right back off, right to my zone again. But then again, it could continue. It could continue to the downside, and this is my next supply, supply, supply level right here. I was watching a lot of videos on supply and demand,
Okay.
like a lot of video of supply and demand. Um, the like, and each one of them is like 45 minutes. So every time I was done with one, I'll review the other one, and I'll keep going back and forth. But I just keep watching them. But just to teach me a little bit something about supply and demand and where it could go to. So I saw this turnaround. All right here was a little. It has touched it back and forth. That's why I sold here. What is because all this supply right here has been eaten up, but I do not know how much it has been eaten up. So it could just like blow right through it, and or they could be buying more, and then this is going to turn around and go right back up the other way, right back to demand. But for some reason, there's a lot of sales going on right here at this level. Look at it. Look at it. Came down to this level where I had it marked off, and it took off. Let me remove this. It's confusing me. Wait, hold on. There was two. What? Okay, Thomas. There was two mass shootings over in the weekend in Tampa. Hey, June 2nd. June 2nd is Florida's date, right? Am I getting the date right? June 2nd.
July 1st.
July 1st. I was close. I was off by a month and a day. Leave me alone. I was close enough. Yeah, yeah. There's been, I mean, people are just doing some crazy stuff, but it's because the damn system keeps letting them go. You know, they commit a crime, but then they let them go. Um, so, but let's see what happens. Just be careful out there when you're driving and stuff, and who you pick up. And I'd rather get a cancellation rate, a bad cancellation rate, than lose my life over it.
You got that part right there, sugar.
Yeah. Um,
Waiting to see what Tesla's going to do here.
this was definitely
Having
a
patience.
target to.
So let's see. He said there was a mass shooting in California and another one in New Mexico. Oh wow! A
Yeah.
friend of mine was just telling me too yesterday. His wife got a job offer for Albuquerque, New Mexico, and they're thinking about taking it. I said, New Mexico, it ain't Miami. Miami, we're crazy. New Mexico, they never find you. You know?
There's I was reading about this desert in between Cali and or in between California and Nevada. I
Okay.
forgot what the Death Valley. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, Death Valley.
Where the rocks move.
Right. That's okay.
And I
Look,
found
look who decided to join us this morning.
Mr. Sergio.
So, Sergio, I have a question for you, sir, if you're listening. You're 8 lengths ahead. I don't know about that, but I wouldn't doubt it. But I don't know about 8, maybe 2, maybe 2. Bro, I have a question for you because Eddie, bring up that article again if you can, if you still have it.
I still have it.
Okay. I don't know if Sergio's seen this one yet. I'm sure he has. The Minnesota bill that the House legislation or the House legislators and the Senate have already passed the bill. It just now has to go to the governor's desk to be signed into law. The minimum rideshare worker protection bill. it brought up a question that I had. I know that everybody's high on Seattle and how Seattle makes all their money. You know, they're paid this, they're paid that. Now they're working towards paid vacation. What type of driving platforms do they have? The numbers that we always see, I'm assuming that's just for basic rides. What happens? Do they have Premier? Do they have Lux Black, Lux Black XL? And how are those rides paid out? Or is it one platform across the board? That's it. You get what you get. That's my question for Sergio. He's at UPST. He's talking
Hold on,
stock.
hold on. Yeah, I know he's talking stocking, so I'm watching right now.
You can pull it up because you kind of went at UPST, didn't you?
Yeah, when I bought both on UPST and Baba, and I made money on both of them. So,
all right, well, bring up the chart. Obviously, Sergio's not interested in Rideshare yet this morning. That's just a question I got. I want to know.
just UPST right now. Woo!
Scale out. Throw it out on a 30-minute time frame. Swing it down. Yep. So I'm assuming Sergio's back in around that gap area. No, right here. Come down.
Oh, right. Oh, you're talking about right here?
Yeah. Sergio's in that gap area. He got in somewhere between his gap and his dip. He's been riding it up ever since.
I forgot what my trade was, and it basically
all of
gapped up.
them. Yes, they have higher pay for them as well. I'd like to know what those pays are.
Yeah.
Oh, when we agree. Hold on, I got to send my other half a text message.
I'm just looking at hold on, I'm trying to do this really quick right now.
All of them, yes, they have. So I don't know. Maybe I can go find that on the internet. I'd like to see what Seattle's doing there. By the way, I'm looking over here at you're looking at IPST. He's playing the long game. I'm looking at Tesla. This is where we're at right now this morning. Not in a rush. I'm really lazy this morning.
I slept today.
Yeah, Sergio says, as you know, 90% of trips are in X and standard. Yeah, I get that. I understand, but I don't drive X. I don't drive standard. Not in my vehicle.
Yeah, no, I do, and it pays off. It pays off when it's done correctly and right. So no, give me back this. Woo! Oh, it came right back up the SPY, huh?
I mean, that was Sergio took a good swing. He took a good swing trade there. I have not touched Nvidia. I have not touched Nvidia. Still sitting there. Where's Nvidia at today? Nvidia is at 312.90. There's a good 15-minute chart. See what it does here. Now, here's the other question, Eddie. Some analysts are saying we've topped out. This was a giant bull trap, meaning the markets pumped back to the long side or the upside based off a lot of fake news, fake premise, fake outlooks.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised, but
So
you know,
this debt ceiling's looming.
and
We
every
know
time
they're going
those
to get it
news
done.
comes out,
Yep.
it just helps it along the way in which the direction where the market was actually going. So
Right. I need to respond to my friend Sergio, my brother from another mother. Yes, I understand 90% is a win for the majority. 100%, bro. 100%. That's not what I'm saying, though. You see, because there's another 10% over here that have invested and stepped up and are willing to put themselves out there cost wise. So, they deserve, to be compensated for what they put out of their pockets. Guys that have gone and got the Suburbans and the Escos and the Navigators and the BMWs and and you know what? So I want to get in today, Eddie. I want to get into the Tesla a little bit.
oh, what'd you find out? What'd you find out about the Tesla?
Just the more I think about it, I'm really looking forward to this Tesla. I'm looking forward to this Model Y. And so I tried to ask myself over the weekend, the rides that I did over the weekend, could I have done that with a Model Y?
Uh-huh.
Could I have done the trips I did over the weekend? Like I said, it was $1,000 weekend for me on 3 rides. Right? Well, no, not 1,000. It was 6, 7. It was $890, $900 weekend. 3 rides, $900. That's what I made this.
Damn, that's really good. What the hell?
Oh, I know it's good. I know it's good. See, if you go back and you look at that little piece of paper I sent you, if you actually read what the little piece of paper said, you would have saw. So 3 rides, $890.
Chicken scratch is what I see.
Well, you don't. But do not mention the number. Just take that number, split it in half, because I got to go back on Sunday and pick those folks up. You don't see. It doesn't.
There's nothing there.
Bullshit. You want me to send it to you again?
Yeah, because all I see is just a piece of paper, but there's no number in it.
There is if you look to the right. Open up the picture, bro.
I did. I'm actually zooming in.
No, not on the piece
right.
of paper. You know what? You're a banana head. I love you, buddy, but you're a banana head. Hold on.
Where?
I got to do it again. Now, I just sent it to you again. The point is could I have done those trips in a Model Y? And the answer is I could have done 2 of those trips in the Model Y. The one trip I did last night, the last trip I took last night, which paid out like $180, I don't think I would have had enough room for the luggage. It was 4 people, 4 large suitcases, and 2 smaller suitcases. I don't know if I could have pulled that ride off in the Model Y. But I can tell you this:
how many people was it in the Model Y? I mean, how many people was it?
4. And now that guy owns a Model X. That client has a Model X. And before we left, I asked him, I says, what year's your Model X? We were talking about the Tesla. And he's like, oh, man, I've had this thing 5 years. I love it. I've only changed tires and I changed the cabin filter twice. He absolutely loves his Model X. Loves it. But it's too rich for my blood. It's too much money. But he says, oh, yeah, everything we put in my truck in my Cadillac would have fit in his Model X, no problem.
Well, I don't know. The Model Y 7-seater
No,
for additional.
no, I was talking with Kyle. We Zoom over the weekend, and the 7-seater, the $3,000,
Yeah,
3,500
additional.
right now for it. Yeah, Sergio, we talked about it. We talked about it a little bit. Hundreds of $1 million going back in their pockets on the back pay mileage adjustments. You know more about it, obviously, so I'm sure you guys are going to talk about it Wednesday, or
If you
Tuesday.
got the if you got the
Or
article,
Wednesday. I don't know. It might be Wednesday too, man. It might be on the Food Network program y'all got going before our show. So we'll, if you let me know which show it's going to be on, dude, we'll promote it tomorrow morning. Absolutely promote it, because that's what we do. We're about rideshare. We're about helping people get out of rideshare and into a bigger, better future. But anyway, Eddie, back to the Tesla. I also looked at fuel. How much money I spent in fuel on those trips. So it was roughly let's see, it was 354 round trip. And then I had another 150 miles to complete those trips yesterday. So that's 354, 500 miles, which would have cost me like $75 in fuel. Actually, it was $80 in fuel is what I put in the truck to make the 2 days worth of trips. $80. I'd have spent half that on the Tesla. So it's just stuff. Just stuff. I would not get the Model Y with the third row unless you're buying used and it's already there.
Well, that was another thing too. Used. I will always. I mean, used. You can't really go wrong with buying a used as long as you don't buy it from somebody that does ride sharing with it, because most likely they're gonna beat the car to death.
Well, no, you got to buy used Tesla. It's got to be Tesla certified. You don't buy a Tesla off a car lot somewhere.
So yeah, correct. It can't be just any car lot.
No,
because they can't even if they give you like a year warranty on it, they can't touch it. They can't touch the car. They have to send it to Tesla.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
why even mess with the
No, it's just if you buy it like used, I was like, oh yeah, we're gonna give you additional insurance for the Teslas. If anything goes wrong, you bring it here, and we'll fix it. I was like, you're not allowed to touch it. Tesla touches messes
Not
with
only
Tesla.
that, dude. Not only that. Like, what happens if you buy? So, say somebody goes in to buy a Tesla off a mom and pop lot, or even off a Cadillac dealership, or a Ford dealership. The full self driving isn't transferable.
Oh, that sucks so bad too, man.
So they tell you, oh yeah, man, it's got full self driving. You're good to go. Yeah, we're only charging an extra $3,000 for that instead of the $15,000 from Tesla. And then you go in to take your car for service as Tesla, and guess what? You lose the full self driving,
And you got to pay for it again.
which is kind of, you know what? That's kind of jacked up on Tesla's part, because they've already been paid for it once. So why should it have to be repaid? Why should you have to pay twice for the same software? It's software. It's not like we're talking, oh, we're going to snatch the wheels off, put on new brakes, and you're going to have to pay for it. It's a software update.
Cybertruck is they start production this year. At least that's the news.
Melvin says, just like I'm beating this rental one now. Bro, hey, Melvin, Wednesday night, you want to come on the show? Melvin, if you want to come on the show Wednesday night and talk about your experience with the rental, I think it would be really, really good, man.
But yeah, because look, you can beat on the Tesla and it'll still go, but when you start bottoming out, when you start curbing the car, you realize that the battery is like right there. I was in a rental one time, and on the back of the car, on the back seat on the left, there was a hump. There was a hump on the floor. And I was like, that's the battery expanding. So they need to fix that.
Mm.
And I returned the car. I was like, hey, just take the car, whatever. There was nothing wrong with the car, but after I returned it, because like, hey, this damn freaking bump pops right inside the car.
Yeah, exactly.
And
The
I don't know if it was the battery or not, but you can beat on the car. Car will go forever. It's the coolest thing
it's a golf
ever.
cart, dude. It's a freaking golf cart. Let's be honest. Call it what it is, bro. It's a golf cart with an iPad. You got to call it what it is.
I think I saw a commercial where there was like, oh, why is this EV car better than Tesla? I was like, yeah, sure, bring it on.
No, bro. And the price that everybody else has got to put these EVs at, the price on a competitor's EV, bro. Even that Hyundai Ion IQ, even that Hyundai Ion IQ, bro, it tops out at 50 grand. It's the same price as a Tesla. But the advantage Tesla has over every other EV manufacturer is the charging network.
There ain't nothing better. There you can't beat. And look, Cybertruck is said to be the Hummer of the 2020s. Yeah, sure. You can. I don't know what type of car they're trying to compare it to. There's no car they can compare it to.
Bro, I don't know, bro. I don't know what to tell you there. Don't forget about TLT triple Q spy correlation. Yes, sir. We got you, bro. We got you. Like I say, today I'm being lazy, bro. I didn't even open up my trading computer. You can see it just shut down. I'm being lazy today. I mean, I've got a chart open here on this computer. I've got my Webull open. If I see something, I'll go for it. I'm just being lazy today. It's not good. Shouldn't be lazy, but I'm tired. Tired.
Hold on. Let me see.
Hold on. I gotta say hello to my lady friend. Hey, Cecily. Had to say hello to my morning friend. I love it.
Melvin, we can talk about it on the show.
All right. So does that mean we're going to get a cameo from Melvin? Melvin's got a cell phone. As long as he's got a cell phone, he can be on the show.
Hold on.
I'd like to get his perspective on the rental. And Eddie, there's a reason why I'm bringing this up. Okay. And so you ready for my tinfoil hat?
What you got?
Okay. If Lyft goes away, as a Lux driver, as a Lux Black driver, as a Lux Black XL driver that you are right now, and I know you guys don't get a lot of Lyft rides out there, but I get plenty. Like I get plenty of Lyft rides. Okay. If Lyft goes away, how many drivers are going to be stuck with these SUVs that they can't do nothing with? We also know that they've been bringing down the prices of what their payouts are for Lux Black. I've been saying it for months, right? You guys hear me say it all the time. Lux Black is the new Lux. If you can get $2 a mile overall, $2 a mile per minute combination on a Lux Black ride, you're doing good. You've had to accept that. So if they're bringing down those big the prices of the premium rides, they're bringing them down. What's the point of having a premium ride? Why should we continue to put out the money for those? You follow what I'm saying?
Well, I don't know. They keep lowering the prices. Well, Tesla keeps lowering the price, and it makes it more affordable. But the Model 3s, they're becoming like yellow cabs.
Yeah, okay. That's the whole point. But that's not my point. My point is, Eddie, if they take away Lux Black XL,
Yeah.
or they make it so cheap that you can't afford your SUV because those premium rides are not there anymore. What's the point of having a premier, a premier vehicle or a luxury vehicle? If those prices keep coming down, payouts keep coming down to drivers, what's the incentive for the drivers to keep putting those cars on the road? You follow what I'm saying? The more the apps cheapen us and pay us less and less and less, why would I want to keep that vehicle on the road? Why would I want to use it for rideshare? That's my question.
Now, I've never done the Uber Black XL where you need the license and the plates and all that stuff, and you need to send that in to Uber for you to get qualified for it, where you have to always be well dressed to pick people up. Um, I don't know how
All right,
that
Sergio.
works, and I wonder what's going to happen to those. See ya, Sergio.
Well, that's what I'm saying. What's the end?
Does anybody in here do that?
What, Uber Black?
Yeah, though, just like Black, Uber Black, Black XL, whatever. Like, you know, they're the high end of all. Like, it's a totally different world when it comes to that
Oh,
that
wait
part
a
of
minute.
Uber and Lyft.
No, not with Lyft. I do Lux Black XL all the time. I don't need no special licensing for that.
Okay.
The only special licensing you need is Uber Black and Uber Black SUV. Uber Black and Black SUV. Not Premier SUV. You don't need special licensing.
Because I hear they still only do like a particular type of clientele, which is, you know, businesses, you know, anybody that has.
Bro, they do. Listen, Uber Black and Black SUV, they do whoever the hell is paying the price. Whoever's willing to pay the money, that's who's doing it. It's not, they're not catered to certain people. Brandon does a ton of it in Chicago now that he's got the what is he driving? He's driving that Escalade now. Or
he got an Escalade?
He just ordered a 2023 Escalade, from what I understand in the Discord. Okay. But what's he gonna do when his market dries up again? He's still gonna have that truck and that truck payment.
I always figured, you know, I always figured he'd be willing to like relocate and go somewhere else where there's a market.
Well, listen, you got two options in this game right now. At least how I see it. There's a time to drive the premier vehicles, the big SUVs, the MKZs, the CTSs, you know, the EQS. There's a time and a place, a season to drive those, where you can absolutely make a killing with them. And then there's a season where there's not, because you're going to break down and you're going to drive regular X, regular Lyft. You're going to do deliveries, because that's the only way you're going to be able to make your money. But Eddie, let me ask you a question. If
this is supposed to be my slow season.
Hold on. Well, you're in a market that still offers tons of quests.
Yeah.
We don't, bro. You know what my quest? You know what my flipping quest is this week with Uber? If I earn $550, they'll give me a $20 bonus. If I earn $550, they'll give me a $20 bonus. That's my quest.
See, why would I?
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at this. My quest for this week is, this is Uber. 40 trips, I make $30. I make an additional 5 if I complete 10 trips, which is truly. I mean, I'm not even gonna. I just chose it just to like. I think I even chose like the littlest one that I could do. Okay.
That's Uber.
That's Uber.
Okay.
But now Lyft. Lyft's challenge that I picked up was 90 trips and I make $195.
Okay.
If I complete 40 more trips after that, I make an additional $230.
Yeah. So Lyft is actually giving you a couple dollars.
Yeah, right? I just don't like the idea where
$2 more.
If I make 90 trips, I only get $195. I'd rather be at $230. Like, give me $230 and then make an additional 40 and make the $195. But I'm gonna go for, you know, Lyft doesn't give me as many trips, but I don't really go down on Lyft to the regular Lyft as much because of the type of.
But you're proving my point. All you're doing is supporting my point. There's a season where premier vehicles, you don't worry about quests, because you're making enough rides and you're making enough money on the rides to make your nut, whatever your goal is. But when you're out of season, even the Quest, you're gonna take your Cadillac XT6 and you're gonna drop it down to the basic rides, more mileage, more wear and tear, more stop and go. All your expenses go up. This is why I say there's a season. There's a season.
So right
Vinny,
now,
Vinny, the question is, if you don't get the ride, how are you going to pay for your caddy? Caddy's already paid for. I don't have that issue.
Yeah, you guys are a totally different world that I'm in. Okay.
No, Eddie. I didn't say that the car was paid off. I said it's already
No. Yeah,
because
I know.
Because I'm going to tell novice bets the same thing I tell everybody else whenever they ask me about what car should I get. Whatever it is, make sure you can pay for it without. Make sure you can pay for it without rideshare. See, everybody makes the big mistake of going and getting a new goddamn vehicle. Okay? No, I don't want that damn shit. Everybody makes the mistake of going and getting a vehicle, think they're going to make all this money to pay for the vehicle. Well, guess what? What happens if you wake up tomorrow morning and your apps are off?
Yeah. That's why I'm trying to find my way out as fast as I can. That's why this day trading thing is what I'm learning as much as I can. Because me getting into Uber and Lyft was too despeраcy because I was just desperate. It was doing the shutdowns and I had to do something.
Oh, okay. Novice bets. My apology, bro. Not asking you. I'm just relaying it. Right, exactly. Just relaying my question. Okay. Apologies, my friend. Yeah, and not everybody's in that position. So now this is what brings me back to the Tesla. It's as expensive as any other new car on the market right now. That's just the way it is. I could get a Tesla Model Y with all its advantages versus a Hyundai Ion IQ with none of the advantages that the Tesla is going to give me. They both cost the same money. There you go. There you go. Anyway.
Oh, just look at this, bro. It's just, I can't. How the hell am I going to be able to get this?
How are you going to be able to get what? Today might be an afternoon day.
This. Dude, I don't even know. All I know is I have it on order. And I've been able to basically finance all my cars that I've needed to pick up my game. But this purchase was not because of, it was just like worst case scenario where like I had to hit the road and I could still make money. All right. Something reliable that doesn't break down. It was this. I slept in my Tesla for 3 days during the ice storm that we had here. And that was because I had nowhere to go. Yeah.
I told somebody about that story over the weekend, that you were able to stay warm. You were able to charge. You were able to do what you needed to do in your car when all the power was out.
And it was the freaking greatest feeling. I was like, bro, this is great. I was like, the only thing issue that I had was like, the light reflects off the top of the glass. So you see yourself, but everybody that's on the outside can see in.
Well, here's the thing. They make shades for that. So my clients that I took up to their cruise on Saturday, my friend was showing off that she just purchased a Model Y. She just purchased a Model Y. It'll be in a couple of weeks.
Listen, novice. Okay. I don't care, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. Tesla paid for, stock done, out, no payment, no nothing. That's right. Good for you, buddy. Good for you.
Damn, I'm good.
You're giving Eddie some
emotional damage.
Oh God, bro!
You're not helping my journey to state of reliance. What would you call it? Or independence?
Nah, bro.
Okay?
You need some freedom. Remember that. At the end of the day, bro, this is where everybody gets twisted when it comes to money. You're chasing freedom. Money doesn't buy you happiness. It just pays your bills, which allows you to do what you want, when you want, how you want, which is the addiction of Uber and Lyft, which is the addiction of the gig economy.
Day trading.
But now the gig economy, well, whatever you do for a living. You know, some people, there are two types of people, bro. Like straight up. There are people that go to work to pay bills, and then there are people that go to work to chase freedom. Which are you, Eddie?
Oh God, I'm the freedom. Okay.
Okay.
I want that freedom. I want that freedom. You know, when you don't have those bills on top of you, like you have to make these bills, and then the weight off the shoulder like comes off.
Yeah.
It's just like you got nothing to worry about. So I only had that feeling once. Only had that feeling once in my life.
That's chasing freedom, dog. That's chasing freedom. People think I'm
I can't believe I was actually able to afford my bills and pay them all. My first week, I took care of all my bills all at once. I was like, yes, and the weight just came off my shoulders. I was like, wow, this feels great,
bro. You know how easy my rides were this week. And let me state for the record, this was not a normal weekend. This is a much higher weekend. Hold on, I'll get to that in a minute, bro. I did $900 on 3 trips. Do you think on any of those rides I was feeling stressed?
Yeah, no. Well,
$900 on 3 rides. Do you think I was stressed this weekend? And I had the majority of my weekend to do whatever the hell I wanted to do. Like, bro, I came home and I watched the game last night. I wasn't worried about working last night. I had 3 scheduled rides set up for this morning, right? I snatched them as I'm driving. I'm looking at the scheduler. And I had 3 rides set up, a Lux Black, a Lux, and an XL. One was at 420, one was at 520 this morning, and one was for 710 this morning. And when I looked at what the rides were going to pay out, I'm like, I'm gonna miss my game and go to sleep early, so I could wake up early and go make $55 because they were all short trips. That's not freedom. That's not freedom, bro. So I canceled them bitches. Let somebody else take them. All right. What did Nava said here? What are you talking about? Money. Pay for a lot of my wife and happiness at the strip club.
I went to a strip club one time after I think it was 12 years. No, bro, longer than that. More than that. And I spent $800. I'm not doing it again.
I haven't been to a strip club in probably 25 years. For what? I'm not going to go simp on some chick, bro. The hell with that. Is it worth getting into Uber Black or Uber or Black SUV? Depends on your market.
Yeah, I was just going to say that depends on the market.
Depends on your market, bro. Hey, Novice, what are you doing down in my neighborhood, bro? Well, actually, that's south of me, but what are you doing down at Scarlett's? What do you know about Scarlett's?
You know, my place is Palacios.
What do you know about Scarlett's? Novus, I'm looking at you in the eyes right now. What do you know about Scarlett's? That's a Russian joint, man. You better stay away from them Russians. Them Russians and Ukrainians.
How do you know they're Russian?
Because the Russians, I want to say when I went to the service, when I went into the military.
Yeah. Okay.
It was mostly mob run.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. When I came back, they started with one strip club that went from an Italian-owned strip club to a Russian-owned strip club. And next thing I know, all of them are owned by Russians. All of them. There's 1 or 2 that aren't, but the majority of strip clubs are owned by the Russian mob, bro. What are you talking about? You got to get out. You got to. I pick these people up.
Inside the club? Inside the club or outside the club?
No. I take them, drop them off. I pick up owners. It happens.
Yeah.
Right. I got a good friend of mine that's a promoter for like 3 of the strip clubs down here, 3 of the hottest strip clubs down here. Right. Tootsie's.
Yeah.
Scarlett's.
and I was a little bit pregnant once.
Yeah. Well, you know, I can't help you there, bro. Have you ever thought about getting into Uber Black? Umar Khan, they don't have Uber Black in my area. We have Premier. So you don't need the we don't have it. So I don't have to go and get all the licensing anymore.
Novus.
This guy's like,
if I had my financial freedom, you know, I have everything set. But a strip club is like on the back. I'm like at the end of my, I like the end of the end of my list.
nah,
I'm compensating for.
You're compensating. That's exactly what you're doing. You're compensating.
I'm replacing the strip club with something else. A little bit more realistic. You guys ain't got no time for it, but I'm actually doing a little research on it. So I know exactly where I'm going and what I'm coming back with and what I'm going to do with it.
Listen, the best idea I've heard yet for a business that nobody is doing was Kiara's idea. Kiara's idea for her business, to me, is the best investable, can't miss, got a 99% chance of succeeding. You know what I'm saying? Her idea. She wants to open up an RV park for cars. Good for you. I canceled my early ones as well. I needed to watch the Heat game. Bro, that was a beatdown last night. Was that not a beatdown last night on the Boston Celtics? We got any Boston fans in the house? Any Boston fans on the live tonight?
Boston sucks.
Listen, bro, they keep discounting the Heat this year. They said, oh, they can't beat the Bucks. They get swept. Heat win 4-1. Oh, the Knicks are going to be better. No way they'll beat the Knicks. Giannis was out for the Bucks. No way they'll beat the Knicks. 4-2. Oh, well, they got no chance of getting past the Celtics. Oh, the Celtics are just too good. They're just too good. Heat are up 3-0. Florida Panthers. Oh, no way they'll get past the best team in hockey. Historical season. No way they'll get past Boston. Take y'all asses home. No way they'll get past Toronto. No way they'll get past Toronto. Take your asses home. Oh, Carolina. Can't beat Carolina. They've already beaten them twice in Carolina in overtime. Game 3 is tonight of the NHL playoffs, in case y'all are interested. I will be out there tonight to get me a ride after that game. So I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying we are in South Florida.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
And we are kicking ass and taking names. Anyway, I don't see nothing in the markets for me today.
I don't know. I'm just doing something really stupid right here. I don't know why, but I'm just
don't force the trade.
I'm not forcing it.
Do not force the trade. Bring up the UPST. Bring up Sergio's UPST. Those were good plays. Those weren't bad plays if you like the swing trade. Those were great trades.
That's the UPST right here. This is on the 3-hour. This is on the daily. It just did what is that, a flag? Flag there, buddy? Flag. And then it just popped to the upside. So I see this room. But the next level is right over here.
You tell me. I don't know. You looking at the chart? You tell me. I looked at him for a hot second, but
right there.
It's like I explained. If I don't understand,
25. My next level would be 29. There's a gap right here, but it looks like it closed the gap. Damn it, I'm not looking at my charts right now.
Let the chart tell the story.
Yeah, it could close the gap right there at 27.
All right, so let the chart tell the story. Let the chart tell the story. and you make a decision from there.
But yeah, hey, by the way, I was telling you, like, you know, it's Robert, watching videos like crazy videos like crazy. Um, Support and demand, all support and demand, support and demand. I was like, oh, okay, it kind of makes sense. Um, what's going on here? Okay. So just videos over and over and over and over and over again. This way it becomes kind of like repetition. So if I see something, I'm going to act on it.
Yep.
But it's a pain, because now, like, okay, I see it on the video, but now I have to like apply it in real life.
Yes.
So this is your PST. Now your PST, I made money on this one. Right down here, the moment it popped up, it broke. I made money on it. Okay. The other one was Baba. Hold on.
Alibaba and the 40 Thieves.
Baba. The reason why I like to sell on the pop, it is because of this. See, Baba, it was doing this consolidation sideways, but then it popped the high right here. Poof, it popped the high. That's where I sold. What did it do the next day? It tanked.
Yank.
That's why I sold it. I could have put a stop on it.
I don't trade any Chinese stocks at all, period.
Okay. Now, the one that I'm in right now is IEC? No, IIP. Icon Enterprises. Look at what you're doing right now. But my option is saying that it's actually negative. And this is through TD Ameritrade.
So you've got a call on or you got to put on?
I got to put on it.
Okay. I think when our dear brother there puts these out, I think he's talking more shares than puts or options. I'm just going to go with that.
So hold on. Let me. I'm looking at it. Am I still negative on the account? Hold on. Let me see. I just found it odd. See, I'm $94 negative on the account. It is this is IAP. It's a June 23rd.
IEP is down 5% today.
It's a June 23rd 20 put.
Okay, well they're down 5% today.
Correct.
Right. So what's your question?
My option is not up. I'm down. I'm negative.
Well, because you got to remember whether it's a 0 data expiration, a week-long expiration, or a month.
No, this is a month expiration. It expires on the 23rd next month.
You still lose premium over the longer period. You're going to lose premium regardless because of the Greeks.
Yeah.
Data's going to happen. So you might be down, even though the overlying asset is still coming down. You might have bought it at a higher premium. So now the premium's worth less on the option. So that's why Sergio says, and he's 100% correct, obviously. That's why he says, the longer period time frames, you have more room for error. You can make a mistake and still not get killed. So how much are you down on your premium?
It's 94.
What's your percentage?
77%.
Ooh, I gotta look. You gotta show me that after we get off, because that doesn't make sense. But
yeah, that's the thing that's got me.
But see, here's the other thing. This is why I only trade stocks I'm familiar with. I need to understand how they move. I need to understand how the market reacts to their movement. This is why I trade Tesla, Nvidia, and SPY. I don't mess with nothing else. It could be the best trade in the world. I don't mess with it. I don't understand it. That's it.
June 16th. 16th
I don't
to
trust
the
it.
23rd put.
Have you ever seen the movie The China Hustle? The documentary The China Hustle?
No.
Anybody out there that's interested in getting into trading, The China Hustle is one you need to see. This is why I don't trade Chinese stocks or anything that the CCP might control. I don't trade them. I'm not touching them. I wouldn't touch them with your rod. You understand what I'm saying?
With my Harry Potter boomstick?
Yeah, it's the strip club you never go into. It's like going to Thailand and not being sure what you're getting. You know what I'm saying?
Let's see.
Hey, Kiki, Queen is in the house. Queen is in the house. I get to use it. Haven't used it in a while. FBI, open up!
Yeah. You're not late, Kiki. Everybody was working very hard last night, I think.
Not me. Not
I
me.
think.
Right, Melvin? Not me, right, Melvin?
June
Not
16th,
me, bro.
20 put. Yeah.
Uh-oh. That's my girl. Hey, boy, looky here. Looky here, buddy.
What's she saying?
She says she's made more updates to the shop if you guys want to check it out. I'm definitely going to go check it out. 2 a.m. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Yeah. Pushing it, Kiki. You're pushing it.
She must have been bored last night and had nothing to do. Oh, I get it. I get a new to Roadie, the driver pit stop. I don't even drive Roadie anymore. Dude, I would
Rody has been giving up some good rides. Rody has been giving up some good rides.
How to increase odds of getting accepted on gigs. I shouldn't have to need my odds increased. If I'm a 5-star gigger, a 5-star roadie guy, and I have the vehicle and I'm right next to where you want the vehicle to go. See, this is my problem with roadie. You see a gig, you go for the gig, you don't get the gig. And then that happens 3 or 4 times in the morning or in an afternoon. I give up. Like, I'm not sitting here waiting all day for you to decide you want to give me a ride or you want to give me a delivery. When their asses was jacked up during the pause, I was out there doing a lot of roadie, bro. Doing a lot of roadie. And never had a problem. Perfect five thumbs ups. Now you want to sit there and you want to play games? The hell with that. So, Rody, your email is getting deleted. You're deleted. Don't need
Let me
you.
see. Is it Rody? The one that gives me things for like in the morning? Oh, yeah. Okay. No, I'm sorry. It's not Rody. It's Viho. Viho is the one that's been sending me. They've been getting better. I think they noticed that I don't take them.
I'm
But
looking
it's
at
because
IEP.
because they'll say it's like, oh yeah, it's 3.5 hours and it's like it's $100. All right, it takes you more than 3.5 hours. They give you the routes in the middle of traffic, so it's just there's no point in doing them.
You know, this is why I asked the question last week. This is why I asked the question last week on the live stream. How much is enough? What's the right number? What is the right number?
I got 11:20 a.m. There we go. Okay, now we got a good one. 11:20 a.m. $66, and it should take me about 2.5 hours.
Kiki's like cranking it out. When I can't sleep, I create. Yes, dear. Yes, dear. That's when you got your best inspiration.
Damn, I'm good.
Viho, what'd you just say, Eddie?
So Viho, see, but then it's just 2.5 hours.
Right?
I don't know.
Deliveries, the box.
No, Viho has been either actually it could be, yeah. The last time I delivered, it was one of those like meal prep.
Yeah, it was a food. Yeah.
Which I actually like. Actually, I really liked it. But it's just like they say their hours, they're way off on the hours. They're so off.
Yeah, well, they
It's all off.
probably don't have.
I'll complete it. I'll complete it in 2.5 hours. What they say, if I'm stepping on it,
Right.
and I just run out the car and throw the food at their door. I could do it that way, yeah. But
No, we got
I don't know how they calculate this stuff.
and y'all need to tune in Wednesday night to the live stream because we're going to actually show you a driver, a DoorDash driver. That's exactly what he did. He walked up to the door, kicked the food, and then dipped on.
Oh wait,
Yeah, we're gonna roast that guy. His time has come. His time has come. Anyway, look at Kiki. She's cussing, bro. She said the wait time to accept on Roadie is BS. She is cursing. She is cursing. She said BS.
no, she means
Yeah.
body shaming. That's what she means.
Yeah.
That's what she's trying to say. She's body shaming.
I'd rather be like Uber and have most requests be automatic and then others in trip radar if people want to be choosy. 100%. 100%. Uh-oh, Canva's back up today, CVNA. I made money on Canva thanks to Sergio. They're back up today, 5%. They're bouncing, though. Now they're bouncing. So the shorts must be covering, and it's not really causing the big squeeze anymore. What else?
22nd. By the way, we have news coming out right now. It's 11 o'clock, which we should be.
What's the news, bro? What's the news?
It's just people are talking. Let me see.
I'm going to be out of here soon. I got to get some sleep, dude. I did not sleep. I have not.
Yeah, 11. San Francisco Fed President Mary Daly and 11:05 Atlanta Fed President Raphael Bostic, Richmond Fed President Tom Barking.
That's not really news. Those banana heads. I've only thrown food once, but the customers was in the street to catch it. She said, hey, they wanted me to drive by. Woo! 3, woo!
Yeah, yesterday I was delivering freaking donuts to somebody, and I'm sitting out there and I'm waiting for them to come out because I'm supposed to deliver them directly, and I was trying to use the 4 digits of the phone number, which I learned that from somebody, to put the code in there. But I'm sending them. I'm trying to call them, but they don't answer the phone. And I was like, you know what? It's donuts, okay, and the other like very stuff like you won't regularly eat on a daily basis. So I was like, you know what? This person's just extremely lazy, okay, and they have to roll to the door. And when she came out, it was just that. It was just that.
Oh shit. Hey, Key says she wasted $200 playing around with Rody. She rented a U-Haul and was aimlessly driving around ATL waiting to be accepted. Yeah, because there were people out there making videos. They were saying, go rent a U-Haul, $20 a day, $30, whatever it is, whatever size you get, right? To make roadie deliveries. And then they were showing how they were getting all these goddamn roadie gigs, and they would load up the truck and go deliver them. And oh man, I rented this for X amount of dollars, but I made this. You can do this too, and getting their videos up when everybody was scared. They were playing on people's freaking emotions with that shit, bro. Listen, if I were going to be a roadie guy, I'd go get a little Ford Transit and I would take those rides. But people don't understand what roadie was designed to do. Roadie was designed to do less than container loads, meaning you can't fill up a whole truck, so we're going to pay you from this point to this point. But as a driver, you need to have loads in front of it and loads behind it to make it worthwhile. A lot of people don't understand that about Roadie. Roadie was never a delivery app.
And I got this Roadie and Viho from a guy that I used to follow on YouTube. And he talks about these doing medical deliveries, whatever, if you have an SUV or something like that, where you can actually get into these gigs and make a lot of money doing it in case ride sharing doesn't work out and all that stuff. And I reached out to him and I was like, hey, why don't you come speak in my channel, in our channel, and talk about all these additional apps that you can actually make money with, And it's like I got my own YouTube channel. We have the Rideshare Garage, blah blah, and all that stuff. Like, oh, well, we don't do that. I don't do ride sharing. That's not my market. And I was like, but it has nothing to do with ride sharing. It has to do with different gigs. So I was like, you know what? Thank you. Don't worry about it.
That's it.
Because he advertises that he wants to help, and then when I ask him to bring his help to help other people out, he kind of just.
Listen, bro, if they can't show receipts, I don't trust them. If they're not willing to put their receipts on video and leave that video up, I don't trust them. That's the bottom line. If you can't show your receipts, then I don't trust you. Oh, look at this.
And if you're from Jersey.
Look what we got in the house. Hey, Jeff.
Oh, Uber Jeeps.
Hey, Jeff, check it out, bro. I got something for you, bro. You ready, bro? I got something for you, bro.
Jeff, me and Vinny.
Bro. I got something for you.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah. Jeff had that in his video today, bro. He was
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Every time he turned down a ride because the ride wasn't paying, Jeff would be like,
ain't nobody got time for that.
It's like either pay me or
ain't nobody got time for that.
That's just the way it is. Jeff ain't joking. Jeff's like, a ride would come up and he'd say, another one would come up and he'd be like, and then something came up and they were going to try to trap him. And he's like,
ain't nobody got time for that.
There you go. See, Jeff, I watch your videos, bro. You're my guy, bro. I watch them all the way through. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. But we're gonna have a roast on Wednesday night, bro. We're gonna roast that dude, bro. We're gonna start. We haven't roasted anybody in a while.
He actually recorded that.
Oh my god, bro! And Dashing Trader he recorded it and put the video out there. Dashing Trader did a reaction video to his video, and hey, look at this. Hey, Jeff's ready too, boy. Jeff's like, I'm gonna have on the suit and tie. He's going to have the marshmallows in the grill going. He's going to be roasting marshmallows over the grill on Wednesday night. Yeah, man.
What's going on?
We haven't roasted anybody in a while. We really haven't.
Yeah, no.
We haven't roasted anybody in a while.
Are we going to have a roast every Wednesday now?
I mean, listen, we're not trying to go at people. But when you do dumb shit, you need to be called out on it. When you do dumb shit, you need to be called out on it.
And you record it, and then you put it out there.
Because it's bad on the rest of us.
There was this one kid that was in Austin. I don't know if you saw him. He was in the news. He will go around and steal stuff, and then he will record it. But it was like he was doing he will get paid to do all this bad stuff. Be like, hey, I'll give you $100 if you go in here and then you steal a shirt and you just run out and let them catch you.
Bro.
And he came into our hotel. And he was some poor kid. He was homeless. Right. Go in and out of jail because he gets caught. He gets out and he does the same thing. He came into our hotel and he walked right as I'm security, and I'm walking out. Okay, and then I wasn't even working at that, and then he walks right in. Okay, it was like, I don't know that guy. I look at the security guys. I was like, hey, keep an eye on this kid. I do not know him. Ends up being he's recording the whole entire thing, and he went into the rack of uniforms. He grabbed a uniform and then he walked out the door. But the thing is, like, he's recording it. All right. And then we catch him on the other side, and then he's recording it so he can like put it on TikTok or whatever, right? Like he's being harassed. And then I'm saying, like, when he posted it, I was like, dude, you're recording yourself stealing. I was like, how else could you? I mean, you recorded yourself doing the crime, so how is it not your fault, or how is it that people are harassing you? If I was there, I would have smacked them. I would have lost my job.
See, and that brings up a whole nother thing. Have you all been seeing these prank videos?
Did you see the prank video with the kid put gas in the gas on the guy's car?
Oh yeah. And the dude got out. The
dude got out with the gun in his hands. Like, what are you doing?
What are you doing? Oh no, smell it. It's just water. It's just water.
I was like, dude, you could have. So then
now the dude, right? That dude starts to make his way back into his truck. He's done with it, right? He's about to, and then that dude who was pulling the prank started calling him out his name. You know what I mean? And then what about the ones in England? Have you seen the one from England yet?
Hold on, the guy in the mailbox?
No. The ones that just walk into somebody's house and sit down on the couch. Bro, we can talk about that Wednesday night too. Since we can talk about that Wednesday night too, since they like to do the.
There's a video on that one. It's old, but it's still a good one. And somebody was playing a prank, and he kept throwing the mail out.
Bro, what are they going to do? What are they going to do when somebody reacts to the prank? They're going to run into the wrong one, and then people are going to be all over the news like they were wrong. That's the sad part.
It was just a prank. It was just a prank. I was like, yeah, but now it's a prank, and you're dead.
Yeah, it's going to happen, dude. It's going to happen. And then you'll have AOC and Ben Crump and all these other idiots on there talking about.
Yep. And then we'll get some celebrity players bailing them out, and then they're gonna come out, and then they're gonna commit another crime, and it's gonna be even worse. Kind of like the way that man, I forgot which basketball players it was, where a guy got arrested for committing a crime. He got bailed out, and then he ended up murdering somebody committing that crime again.
Like I said, bro.
But those players that bailed them out were not held accountable for it.
Nope. Anyway, Eddie, it's 11:15, bro. I don't see anything for me that I wanted to trade today. Nothing really. My Nvidia is just kind of consolidating here. Tesla's just it made a small move this morning. But, on Monday mornings, I never jump in right off the rip on a Monday morning for nothing.
No, I took mine. I did pretty good on my first one, which was
consolidating
on that
SPY's got some
on that drop.
Good healthy movement. Yeah, SPY had some good healthy movement here.
It was in the beginning. I took that drop.
Yeah, SPY had some
I did a pretty good call.
Hey, remember how I'm always telling you about the volume profile? My volume profile over here on the right. Look how SPY bumped today. Look how SPY bumped today. It got up to that weaker spot. It broke through this area, fired up, and then retraced back down, broke through that area to the bottom, got here, and then fired right back up again. This is very SPY was tradable today.
The video that I was watching, the first video, they were talking about supply and demand, and they said, just put it sideways. Right? And that's what it looks like. He was talking about the volume something profile. What's it called? Volume price profile?
Yeah, volume price profile, yeah.
And he was talking about just that.
Yep.
That on the top, you have a whole bunch of people that want to sell, and then on the bottom, you have a whole bunch of people that want to buy.
Yep.
And then it talks about how do you know that there is when there's a supply or demand? How do you know that's actually a supply and demand? Which is, in other words, big boys, big banks buying.
Yeah.
Okay. It goes to that point, that level, and then it shoots right out of it. It just means that either the supply or demand was out of balance, and then when it comes back to it, it bounces right off of it again. That's how you know.
Yep. So SPY basically is right back where it's supposed to be. Right. Based on this, SPY is exactly where it's supposed to be. Look at it. Can't beat it with it's like a drum today. But I'm not Monday mornings. I'm not messing with SPY unless there's some really heavy hitter news. If we got some heavy hitter news, then I'll deal with it. But other than that, I got no love for SPY. I need the heavy hitters to move.
See, this is right here. What is this?
Here's Lyft. Here's Lyft on a 5-minute chart. There's Lyft for today on the 5-minute chart.
Yeah, the level that I've been looking for Lyft is 421, but it's because after it fills this gap from back in the day.
So there you go. All right, brother. Let's end this because I seriously, I'm going to go to sleep. I need to get a little sleep.
Copy that on the old man sleep thing.
Yeah, man. I need a little sleep. Sleep ain't a bad deal. It's been a good weekend. I need to sleep a little bit, rest a little bit.
Yeah. Yep. And by the way, I made a little bit over $2,000 this week.
I'm looking forward to the video today, brother.
Yeah, I gotta finish it up. I just gotta edit a couple of things on it and then just put it up there before I
Like
hit the road.
I recorded my whole weekend, but this morning I thought about it and I says I'm not going to make that video. I'm not going to put it out there because it's not. It might give people a false sense of earnings because now we're taking it off the apps and into private driving, and to do that, people might not do what I do. And, so I didn't want to give people the idea of, of private driving because it can be extremely, extremely expensive, So I'm not going to put that video out. So I do not have a video for today, and we can talk after we're off, but I do have some videos that we're going to put together. Anyway, Key, are you available right now? You want to go through it now? Or do you want to do our Tuesday night shebang? So she'll let us know. All right, y'all, let's end this stream. Thank you for joining in the mornings with Eddie and Vinny. Sorry I wasn't as, joyful as I normally am. Just a little tired. Just a little tired. I'm being a sissy boy.
Yeah, you're being a big sissy boy. All right. That is it for today. Do the song thing. We'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll do it again
What to do, bro.
with hopefully some good news.
Hey, don't tell me what to do. You don't tell me what to do.
Pow.